so much for stopping by. Have the best night.
Thank you.
Hugh Grant, you are a veteran of the Oscars, and you've been here a few times. What's your favorite thing about coming to the Oscars?
It's fascinating. The whole of humanity is here. It's Vanity Fair.
Oh, it's all about Vanity Fair. Yes, that's where we let loose and have a little bit of fun. What are you most excited to see tonight?
To see?
Yeah, well, I know that you probably watched a few of the movies. Are you excited to see anybody win? Do you have your hopes up for anyone?
No one in particular.
Okay, well, what are you wearing tonight then?
Just my suit.
Your suit? Who made your suit? You didn't make it.
I can't remember. My tailor.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to the tailor.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does it feel like to be in Glass Onion? It was such an amazing film. I really loved it. I love a thriller. How fun is it to shoot something like that?
Well, I'm barely in it. I'm in it for about 3 seconds.
Yeah, but still, you showed up and you had fun, right?
Almost.
Okay, all right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. It was nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
All right, back to you guys.
You found a woman in your garden once. Is that right?
Yes, a very big woman. Was dressed maybe a little too provocatively. I was at our house in France, and I was talking to my producing partners out in Los Angeles, and I turned around, and there was this kind of Michelin woman. And she explained that she had come there because she wanted to be my assistant. And I said I didn't think that was a good idea. And then she said she also wanted me to read her screenplay. And I looked at the title of it, which had kind of looked like it had been maybe scratched in with a bloody nail or the claw of a hammer. And it was in French, elle tue, which means she kills. And I thought, I said, that seems very interesting. What's it about? And she explained that it was about an out-of-work woman who kills a well-known actor.
The amount of love that I've received, from some of the biggest, both of us, I think, in terms of actors, directors, producers, writers who have seen the movie and they rave about it. But then, for instance, I had an offer to do variety actor on actor this Friday, and I couldn't find another actor to do it with me because they were too afraid to go and talk about this movie, so I couldn't do it. And it doesn't matter. That's okay. That's not to point a finger at anybody. I've gotten to do a lot of great things, and that's not pointing at anyone specific. It was we couldn't get past the publicists or the people representing them because it was too afraid to talk about this movie. And it's like, that's when I think we lose the situation, because if it really becomes like that fear or that discomfort to talk about this, then we're really going to have a problem. There was an op-ed that came out that I sent to him in New York Times recently that I thought was really interesting, which said we have to stop pretending that Trump is not one of us.
Buonasera, John Malkovich. Così Antos, donna Mataro e Torabando, i Bandersindi, o Carabandes, quando sim I Maracamo?
I hope it's not a problem. I don't speak Italian.
Torabando,
Chi fa questo tipo russi? Mi ha detto che parli italiano, mi dispiace.
Parli italiano.
Italiano, sì.
Parli italiano. I'm sorry, he says that you told him you could speak Italian.
No, that's patently untrue.
Sta trovando dalla sua bocca.
What is he saying?
He just say that he loved you in Con Air.
Oh, thank you.
Schiocco, siete tutti per ragazzi, eh?
It is what he say.
That's very nice. I'm sorry. I lost my temper.
Okay, okay. Being John Malkovich.
Yes.
Malkovich.
Yes, that's from the film. Yes.
I can be John Malkovich.
I'm sorry.
Hello, my name is John Malkovich.
I don't sound anything like that.
No, you sound exactly like this.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Oh, no, yes. Bando, doesn't he sound like this?
Se la cosa do John Malkovich.
John Malkovich.
How can it be his fault? Like, either you think he purposely shot that cinematographer, or you think he didn't purposely shoot her. And if he didn't purposely shoot her, then it's all. Am I wrong?
The armorer is 90, the guy who handles the gun, then armorer is 90% responsible for everything that happens when it comes to that gun. But the actor is 10% responsible. The actor's 10% responsible. It's not just, it's a gun. You are a partner in the responsibility to some degree.
Well, so what do you do to test it?
They show it to you. If there's steps to go through, you go through them, and you do it. And it's done with due diligence, and you know it's for real. And so, like, okay, here's how an actor can handle it. I'm not talking about that situation.
What should he have done? Looked into the barrel, or like shot it one? I mean, you can't like shoot it because then you're using it.
If he went through the steps that he's supposed to go through, then he should.
What are the steps?
Well, it's like, okay, so you see the barrel is clear. They show you that the barrel is clear. All right, you look at they show it to you the barrel, and then they show you some version of like, here are our blanks. These are the blanks, and here's the gun. Boom.
Anthony Hopkins va fi regele Herod în producția Mary. De 2 ori câștigător al premiului Oscar, Hopkins va fi cap de afiș într-o poveste biblică pentru care Netflix a cumpărat recent drepturile, filmul urmând să se lanseze la finalul acestui an. Mary este o poveste despre maturizare și o are în centru pe Fecioara Maria. După ce în urma Imaculatei Concepții este respinsă de semenii săi, Maria e forțată să se ascundă. Când Herod ordonă uciderea pruncului, Maria și Iosif trebuie să fugă pentru a-i salva viața. Maria va fi interpretată de Noah Cohen, aflată la început de carieră, iar regizor este DJ Caruso, cunoscut pentru filme ca Identități furate, Suspiciunea sau Triplu X, întoarcerea lui Xander Cage.
You say you'll be promoting an interview, promoting the movie. I mean, obviously you're doing a promotional round of interviews, and that's why we're talking about the movie. But we also would like to talk a little bit about you, and I don't know how comfortable you are, talking about yourself at the moment.
You have as much time as anyone else will.
Yeah, well, okay, well then let me just ask you a few more questions, and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to. I mean, well, I think we've got 3 more minutes on our agreement.
Your foot's starting to jump a little bit. You better get to your next question.
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you went through and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions. That's all.
Right. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Are you? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Do you?
You seem okay. It's just getting a little dinosaur in your.
No. Look, I don't want to do that.
Thank you.
What do you remember most fondly from those days of hanging around with Gene Hackman and Dustin Hoffman?
A lot of laughs.
Yeah?
A lot of laughs.
You guys would hang out?
Yeah, we'd hang out. I knew Gene first. He lived downtown with his first wife. And he said, this guy's coming back, Dustin. So he came back. And we'd try to pick up girls, and Dusty still laughs about the stupidest line I ever saw. We just put down new linoleum in the apartment. And I said to the girl, come up to our apartment and see the new linoleum. And Dusty still laughs about that one.
That is a fairly awkward pickup line.
Oh, the worst.
Clint Eastwood's only a year older than you are.
Yeah.
Did you work with Clint?
I worked with him on one movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's done some good stuff.
Do you think you could take Clint Eastwood in a fight?
You asked that.
I did ask that.
I might.
You might? You might be able to take Clint Eastwood in a fight, because you know I'm going to ask Clint. I'm just curious.
I have a friend down here. He's from Scotland. He's at 65 now. He's got 8th degree black belt in judo. So, you know, I could go to him
beforehand. Okay.
Yeah.
Clint, I just want you to know, it sounds like Duval is preparing for this.
No,
Okay, he said he could take you. I just heard him say he could take you. So I wouldn't let that stand.
It'd be a good match, maybe.
What role?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to honor the comedic performances that hold everything in place. They show crucial support when it's really needed.
Much like a jockstrap.
Yes, but no, not like a jockstrap.
What you were just describing sounds very much like a jockstrap.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, keep going.
These roles make sure everything stays secure. Without this support, the whole package falls apart. All right, this does sound like a jockstrap.
Yeah, are you calling Meryl Streep a jockstrap?
No! No.
You do not know pain, you do not know fear. You will taste man-flesh!
Deși actorul nu mai este printre noi, vocea lui Sir Christopher Lee va putea fi auzită în animația Stăpânul Inelelor, Războiul Rohirimilor. Producătoarea Philippa Boyens a vorbit despre tendința în industrie de a folosi inteligența artificială în astfel de situații și s-a declarat bucuroasă că au avut la dispoziție suficient material pentru a folosi vocea reală a actorului.
And so we went into his records. I got to go back into all and hear his voice, not just doing the lines, but talking to us as we were recording him.
You will live to regret this, old man.
Soția regretatului actor și-a dat acordul ca producătorii să caute în înregistrări vechi cu vocea lui Lee replici pe care le-ar putea folosi pentru personajul lui Saruman.
There's so many of them. Now, I know the internet's going to say, of course, there's a million people who could have done Chris Lee's voice, but do you know what? I don't think so.
A new power is rising. Its victory is at hand.
As wonderful as Steven is in Django, that's the tame Steven. He edited out all the really bad things that I did in the movie because he said, I don't want anybody to kill you. Because, you know, Steven's kind of a nasty character. And it seems like he has enough problem being vilified himself as a racist because he uses in his scripts that much or puts those kinds of words in a character's mouth. But, you know, I always tell people, I don't understand why they can't look at his work and realize that every character he's ever given me has pretty much been the smartest character in the film. That has the most dignity and respect and kind of runs things and is not a fool of any sort and understands a whole lot about what's going on in life and in the world. And for him to write characters like that for me would be impossible for a racist to do.
Now, when you get there, they're going to take away your name, give you a number and a sledgehammer, and say, get to work. One word of sass, they cuts out your tongue. They good at it, too. You won't bleed out. Oh, they does that real good.
În decembrie, la Pro Cinema, eroii sunt de gașcă.
I'm kick-ass.
He's inspired a wave of real-life superheroes.
Rupe tot. Dreptatea are aliați Robert Redford, James Gandolfini, Ultimul Castel, iar visurile scriu povești de Oscar. Fiicele doctorului March. La ProCinema, Decembrie e pe filmul tău.